Don't stop now. Don't give up. If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, boom boom. If you don't wanna believe me, somebody, don't give up. Don't stop now. Don't give up. What's up? What's up? Well, y'all know some of you are getting ready to clock out and go to lunch, and some of you may be already at lunch. I just want to have this conversation with you. It's a very important conversation. I like to think. Oh, hold on, go across it real quick. I do my little lunch chat and stroll with y'all. I hope you're having a healthy lunch, meaning you're having probably, some chopped fruit. Maybe a lean turkey or a ham sandwich, just one slice of cheese, cut in a diagonal, maybe four Lays, nothing heavy for lunch, because if you're working an 8-hour day, you don't want to get the itis around 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Y'all know, y'all heard the itis. You don't want to eat all heavy and stuff. And for those of you who bring last night's dinner to the job to warm it in the microwave, cut that crap out. That's for at home. You don't bring that. And I know people have been doing this for decades for lunch, but don't do that. Don't bring that stink. Don't bring your roast beef dinner, your catfish dinner, your barbecue ribs from last night or if it's Sunday, whatever. Don't bring your whole buffet meal and warm that stanky food up in the microwave. And number two, don't eat that stuff for lunch. Don't do that. Because it makes you sleep. You're not supposed to have mashed potatoes for lunch. You're not supposed to have biscuits for lunch. You're not supposed to have cornbread, collard greens, chitterlings on your plate. Shout out to Project Pata. Straight out of Memphis. No, he's on Vlad doing his interviews. Very interesting. You're not supposed to eat a heavy lunch. You're supposed to have maybe a sandwich and a cup of vegetable soup, or maybe some grilled trail mix, something like that. You're not supposed to have a double meat cheeseburger from your favorite fast foods. Now you're supposed to really just drink Cokes and Pepsis for lunch. You're supposed to have like a bottle of water, get you a bowl of fruit, and what else? Maybe, again, light sandwich, a beautiful made salad, but just not overdone salad with 2 cups of ranch and blue cheese over the damn salad. You're not supposed to have that. So no, look, I don't want to be Mr. Dietitian during lunch. I'm just saying, from my own experience, I stopped eating heavy during lunch a long time ago while I'm on the job, because it makes you sleepy and disoriented. So, anyway, let's get into this lunch topic. Y'all go ahead and do your chat, your chew as I chat. All right, go ahead. This topic it was really inspired, of course, by single motherhood all over the world, and particularly in our community. But I want to know how many of you actually saw or reading in social media still there where reality star, I don't know, where's she from? Dominican Republic, or she's from Puerto Rico? Mary Max was good. No, where's her very dark-skinned, cute lady? Just brown and chocolate, just for nothing, good God Almighty. She wore an afro. Her name is Omara La Negra. La Negra. And she, last year she lost weight, got down to a very nice size, or she looks very model-esque. At first she had like her legs are oddly big, almost like elephant stumps or something. But she lost the weight. Then she announces on social media that she is pregnant with twins, and all the blessings go to God, and it's such a blessing to be a mom, and all of this stuff. And so I kept reading, me, I kept reading to find out, number one, is there a father, or number one, more importantly, it seems to be kryptonite to women today, particularly black women, is there a husband involved? And of course, no and no. But we all know, I didn't read anywhere where she said she was artificially impregnated, so I think she probably got pregnant by an ex-boyfriend or something, because in her writing she said, I'm so happy and blessed to be pregnant with twins, because, you know, having a miscarriage and losing babies is so traumatic, and blah, 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 blah. And as a single mom, I'm going to be a great single mom, and I hope one day God sends me a man who can accept me and my kids for who we are. I'm like, what the? So, you lost all that weight, become really fine, just to choose to become a single mother? And y'all don't think this is a problem? Well, let's go to the feedback. Blessings, Queen. Congratulations. You're going to be a great mother. And these are all black chicks. All black chicks. You're going to be a great mother. You're great. Congratulations. That's like, wow. And nobody had the nerve or had the courage to say, well, where's the father? When were you married? Why is marriage such kryptonite to black women today? It wasn't like that during the days, even when we came over, I'm sorry, not came over, but when we were, I guess, released from our forced sentence of 300 years of slavery, they were still, our families were intact, at up to 80%, a little more than 80% of black children, even during Jim Crow and all this, were born to a husband and wife, a family. Then something happened between 65 and 71. Lyndon B. Johnson, whoever it is, stepped in. I guess the funding of single motherhood was offered to black women, and they took it. And so, and then you have this liberal media, and of course conservative media loves to push and promote the single black mother. Always. And all these intelligent sisters with PhDs and master's degrees and all this highly intelligent, most educated and all this stuff, none of them comes out and speaks against this, those with platforms. You know, the ones that come out and yell, no, he's sexist, he's misogyny, the patriarchy is oppressing women. None of these women who can produce Netflix shows about racism and all of that, none of them have ever come together to speak out publicly, speak against this choosing of single motherhood. And so for those of you who say, well, Rico, what do you mean? What about the men? How is it chosen? Well, who makes it possible for a baby to be brought here? Men don't get pregnant. Even when it comes to the sex, he has to get permission. Not only get permission to have sex with her, but he also has to be given the okay to go up in her vagina raw. And then she makes the choice to choose him to have sex. She makes the choice for him to go up in her vagina raw or with the condom. And she also makes the choice to have sex while not being on any form of birth control. And so that, to me, is a null and void conversation, because I'm not retarded. You know, none of this can happen unless the will of the woman is there. And please don't start with that shit. Well, what about a person that's raped? Y'all must don't watch Law and Order SVU. They've been on 23 years talking about that. And I learned that when these women get raped, they go to the doctor and they give them what's called a cocktail of pills and stuff to prevent STDs, and they give them a morning after to prevent a possibility of pregnancy. But see, when a woman chooses to give birth to a baby after a rapist, she needs to go immediately to a psychiatrist's office. You talking about the highest level of selfishness. It's crazy. No pun intended. So, Amara La Negra, high-profile sister on reality show that everybody, I think Love and Hip Hop or some Miami or some shit. She made a choice to use her influence, I guess the way they want her to use it, because she used her influence to speak against the potion or the jab. They would come after her, but she used her influence to tell other young black girls, have your baby, you don't need no man. Those of you who's been on my lives, y'all know I stress mental health. I stress the importance of studying and understanding human growth and development. And I think our people, mainly the women, don't understand the study of psychology, nor they give a shit about human growth and development. All they seem to care about is how they feel and how it makes them feel, or what having a baby do for them. And it's not about you. Excuse me. All this about, well, these dudes need to zip their pants up. See, all this childish gibberish to me. They ain't got to zip nothing up. Because you know what? Even a man walking around with his pants unzipped and his dangling, he can't stick it between closed legs. So y'all cut that crap out. That don't work with me. That works for simps who's trying to have sex with you at the moment. So, they around here, and women still getting a pass. And so it lets me know that women don't really give a shit about children. And I go so far as to say, when you choose to have a baby out of wedlock, not only do you hate children, you hate God. Because I'm sure if God gave you that ability, that blessing, to bring forth life, the expectation there is that there's going to be, that you're going to provide a protection, come on somebody, for that child. But when you make a choice to have a baby with no husband or no solid foundation with a man, you hate that child and you hate God. And I'm not even a religious guy, I just believe in the natural order of things. Because even if, you know, come on. But Rico, do everybody have to be married? Well, I don't know. It helps. It brings the... See, this goes back to planning and be responsible for your behavior, ladies. See, I've always known I couldn't get no cooch without permission. So therefore, I had to have a particular conversation. I had to flat out ask. And I don't know why ladies pretend that that's not how cooch is being given out. Cooch is being given out because you want to. The thing is, ladies, y'all so busy worrying about your own wants, your own lustful desires, that you ain't trying to find no quality penis. See, I don't have a problem with women having sex with trash penis. You know, we do, because look, I've had sex with trash coochie. Meaning the person was trash, but the coochie was on fire. And yeah, we've done that. But one thing I haven't done is created life with trash. African American women seem like it's their goal to create babies with trash and then come out and play victim. No, no, no. Then they want somebody to help them. We need somebody to mentor these kids. No, you're responsible to get your child a mentor. It's called a father heifer. And we're still not holding them accountable. So much so that the government even promotes this behavior, funds it. Food stamps, Section 8, free child care, easy entrance into colleges, I mean, it's 2-year school or 4-year school, free babysitting. Don't forget child support. See, it's been incentivized to be a single mother. And our society, black society, has dropped its standards. See, my mother who's 70, told me that in the late 50s and the 60s when she was a girl, even if a girl was thought of as having sex, she was almost shunned, like, she's fast. But now, fast is promoted. Thought is promoted by women. Of course, the guys have the mechanisms in place, but it's just like crack. You can put crack all around me. I don't have to sell it. Sure the hell don't have to smoke it. I don't care what the fuck going on. Especially when you see the damage it's doing to people around you. You don't have to. And see, every day, nobody's telling these young girls, just because you're 15 and 16 with a vagina, or 14 with a vagina, you decide to have sex, doesn't mean you're supposed to have a baby in 2021. I'm sure this number is probably showing that it's decreasing, but it needs to decrease to a point that it's not even visible anymore. Because it makes no sense. I don't know what the preachers are teaching. Yes, I do. They're preaching a bunch of anti-man, pro-woman bullshit lectures in church. Because if they told the truth, they wouldn't have nobody in church. Because women make up about 85 to 94% of the church. And they go into their purse. When you make them have what I call a slick-ass orgasm, when they call all that shouting is just a Sunday morning orgasm. They get the, ooh, glory. There ain't nothing but an orgasm that you get to have under the guise of shouting. Yeah, them old ladies be falling down, them young women just be shaking and all that. Guess what? When you're a man laying it down right, guess what she does? The same thing. Her eyes roll in the back of her head, her thighs get to trembling. Come on, somebody. And then she get to, all of that. There ain't nothing but what I call appropriate place to get an orgasm. That's what the church, that's why you go, and red man. I mean, he get it on. He get the hooting, as they say, and get that call and response. And that's right. There ain't nothing but an orgasm. She's orgasming in front of everybody in church. I know y'all gonna say when y'all see when y'all see a lady shout, a young lady shout, or a lady period, y'all can say, man, she's orgasming. That's it. She's orgasming in church. That's what it is. You can debate me on it later. But not in person. You have to pay me for that debate, though. Because it's the truth. They do the same thing. If you're a lady, just trust ladies, if you gotten there good, and you're hitting that thing right, yeah, your eyes go in the back of your head, just shaking, and you start speaking in tongues, too. When the ladies shouting and all that, they do the same thing, like, ooh, shit, ooh, my inward, my mother lover, ooh, shit, it's speaking in tongues. It's the same thing. But in churches, you just go to halala, halala, handa, kamalana, handa, halala. The same thing. Depends on how you're hitting that thing. So we just need to cut the foolishness out and discourage women from having babies out of wedlock and just having them and think it's cool. So let me get to the psychological aspects. What happens? See, when children aren't born in the natural order of things with a mother and a father, not a stud and a lipstick, or they say masculine and feminine, not a stud and a lipstick, but an actual man and a woman come together. You can come through marriage, or you can come through just a respected commitment. Even if you're not married, you have what's called a respectful commitment. And that means that whoever you ladies, it's funny how your power comes into play, your women's intuition and all that, but you don't seem to have that woman power when it comes to picking the fathers of your children. They're a deadbeat. He ain't this. Well, if he's a deadbeat, you're obviously a dead bitch. Because you done laid down with trash. And then, but he ain't shit? No, you ain't shit. So ladies, use your power of discernment. Come on, somebody. When it comes to picking a father for your child. So a lot of black kids are mainly born out of screwing. They're not born out of planning. 80% of black kids born to single mothers, that's a choice. I mean, these women don't give a shit about kids. And that's why a lot of black kids don't feel that wholeness of love and wholeness of wanting. And it's a shame that a lot of our women treat their children the way they do boyfriends. You don't really like him. And then anytime you have a woman that's been married like 15 years, she said, well, and she says this. No, I didn't really like him at first, but I had to grow to love him. And if I was with somebody 5 years and she told me that she didn't like me, she had to grow to love me after I worked my ass off, I provided, but she didn't like me initially the first year or so, I'll go that next Monday and go to the courts and divorce her. And try to get as much as my shit back. Because what you're not going to do is use me as a plan B or, security after you done what you want to do with the men you actually liked. See, that's how they look at children. They don't like these children eventually. When they have them, they don't. You can debate me later. But not in person. But you can just leave comments and shit. In person, if you want to try to ask me questions about what I'm saying on Facebook, you make sure you hit my cash app, RicotheOpinionist, $ RicotheOpinionist, and all my questions start at $200. No follow-ups. Follow-ups are $50 per follow-up question. So this is what you get for free right here when I'm talking on Facebook. But in person, don't ask me shit about what I said on Facebook. In case people who are not familiar with my page don't know that, I don't answer any questions about what I say on Facebook. I don't talk about it. I don't care where you see me at. Don't ask me shit about it, because you don't get my response in person for free. So enjoy this live on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever else this thing will be shown. Yeah, they don't like them, and they say, no, they get them, and all of a sudden, You know, they I guess a lot of them accept them because it's expected. Well, a lot of them are not mother material. A lot of them don't have the motherly instinct or the motherly nurturing. That's why you see a lot of black children neglected, left with boyfriends. You got a 13-month-old little boy or little girl and your boyfriend sitting at home playing the game, and your child accidentally kicked the cord out. You come back home from working your 2 jobs and working your 2 jobs, and all of a sudden your 13-month-old is dead. And that's not, you know, they don't care. Because real mothers are protective of their children, so much so, while the child is in the womb, she's making sure that the child has a protector, that is the father. Come on, somebody. But they don't care. Because they've been incentivized monetarily, go have this baby. You know, go have this baby. The government has monetized it. And that's why that's why these black children come out with the sense of not feeling loved and wanted. They do it because, and they have these children, well, I had my baby because I ain't want to have an abortion. Well, you should have. Yeah, if you believe in karma, you believe that the child, or if the child dies, they'll come back in another form, or either come back as a baby with parents who are, and I said parents, who are prepared, who've been wanting and wishing for this blessing. And it's funny when I hear black folks say, you know, babies are a blessing. No, they're not a blessing to you. Because you had your baby as a single mother. That's no blessing. That's a bunch of psychological trauma that's about to happen. Because when you have a baby without a father, without a husband, see, masculine and feminine have to go together to complete a whole child. Y'all continue to listen. Because it's the natural order of things. You have to do that. And then you got the foolishness out here, women, well, I'm the mother and the father. Oh, you're a hermaphrodite? You got a penis and a vagina? You have ovaries and a prostate, you silly rabbit? Something wrong with these people. All the foolishness that women, I'm the mother and the father. No, what you have to do, you have to get out of your feminine energy because you refused or you failed at getting a decent man to allow to impregnate you. That's what you've done. And we need to stop promoting this kind of behavior in our community. Don't tell me about what everyone else is doing. Because you can see in the Mexican community, she might have 5 kids, got 2 in a stroller, and 8 months pregnant right now. But guess who walking beside her? Her 5'4", 5'5" Mexican boyfriend or husband. They all walking together in that Walmart touching shit. You see a sister with 4 kids, 1 walking beside the basket, 2 in the basket, and she yelling at all of them. You don't see a man in sight. So don't get on my Mexican honeys about that shit. Yeah, they have them, but guess what? They had their husbands with them. They had their boyfriends with them. They all climb up in that van in their truck, and they bought half of the damn groceries out of Walmart. They pack all that shit up and go back home. Yeah, burritos and tostadas for every goddamn bite. You hear me? But we don't understand that because we're targeted for destruction. A lot of our women, when you say, how do you get into how you break a fortress? Well, you find the weakest link. And black women are the weakest link to the black community. I liken it to the Pocahontas story. Now, they had everything going just great. But all of a sudden, Pocahontas decided to like the new visitor, the new invader, John Smith, the white man. And they told her, no. We already got a man for you. We already got a husband for you. No, I like him. He's pale-faced. He's blonde hair. He got blue eyes. And she messed around and kept doing it. Next thing you know, he was able to get in there. And then they went in and said, what you doing with this motherfucker up in here? And she fought and fought. No, don't do it. You don't know him. You know how black chicks do thugs? Yeah, I don't know him. He real smart with tattoos on his neck. Yeah, he's a genius. Pants sag? Oh, yeah, he's a genius. And so, next thing you know, when the preacher yells in his sermon, who in the hell left the gate open? Well, we just say Tasha did, Shaniqua did, Shay did. The next thing you know, all of a sudden, all the invaders, his little white pilgrim friends came in and shot up and created war and killed everybody. Just like the movie Avatar. It's the same. Avatar is a $1 billion production of the Pocahontas movie. She came in there, they were an alien group. Not bothering nobody, having a beautiful, beautiful land of natural stuff. It's just awesome. And then the white boy showed up. And guess what? She fell in love with the white visitor, the alien. And they tried to tell her Lance Alonso was her man that she's supposed to marry. But now she wanted him. And as soon as they let him in, They all came in with their spaceships and blew up every goddamn thing. And so the women are the weakest link in your race. When the women are out of order, the women are not paying attention or being loyal to the community and their men. We call it the black community today. But they'll say, well, the men, they're standing to protect. No, you were the line of defense that let them through. If you was loyal to your men, they wouldn't be able to get in there. So I don't like to hear that shit. He do, well, you know, black men, we let our women down. No, you didn't. You can't fight white men. You can't fight the racism. You can't fight all that. And you got to constantly get on your woman and tell her to sit her ass down somewhere. Like, fuck it. Go ahead on. Let me go find an agreeable woman. Sometimes she's not black. But still, they've been so empowered and armed to be these shrews, these old mean-ass people. But bring a white man in the room, they all ears. Not all, but too many. So I hope I didn't have to say that to a bunch of intelligent people. I'm not talking about all, but it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. So, you know, we're going to have to stop this. Stop saying it's okay for this single motherhood. Because look at it. Where y'all think the drug dealers come from? Where y'all think the gangbangers come from? Huh? Where y'all think the drug dealer, the gangbanger, and these little rappers, these little Negro rappers who rap nothing, who don't rap nothing about anything other than violence, destruction, and murder to their own race. Where do you think they come from? Single black female households. All day long. Name any major urban city. And that's where the crime comes from. But we need somebody to help us with this crime. No, what they need to do is send pamphlets and newsletters and also, to these women and say, let me tell you something. Stop having all these goddamn babies. It's bad enough you got one, but you had 4 by 5 different dudes. You can't control none of them. Yes, the children are frustrated. They're angry. They didn't want to come here and be poor. Let's go back to when I said that people think children are a blessing. If you're a woman, you made a choice to have a baby by a thug, that baby ain't no blessing. You decide to have a baby by a rapper, that baby ain't no blessing. You decide to have your baby by somebody who was beating your ass, that baby ain't no blessing. You decide to have a baby in the ghetto, in the hood, that baby ain't no blessing. That was just a means for earning something for you, means to an end. That baby's not a blessing. So y'all just cut the bullshit out. Stop saying it. Every time I hear that, I say, okay, here go another liar among us. No, it's ridiculous. But we allow people to keep saying this shit. Well, man, I wouldn't be here if my mama. Yeah, and also you want to go through all that bullshit that, if your mother aborted you. But I'm saying, but she's forgiven. No, call him to the carpet. Ask him why. If my daddy he had 3 other women, oh yeah. If you give birth to a baby, allow a dude who already got 3 baby mamas to get you pregnant, you ain't shit and the baby's not a blessing. How about this bitch who is the side piece on a married man? She allows herself to get pregnant by a married man. And not only get pregnant, but this whore gives birth to a baby by somebody else's husband. She is a terrible bitch. I think of all. You done put that child in a situation that's embarrassing, that's set them up to be ridiculed or rejected. Why would you do that? But see, I'm talking like this. You know who should be talking like this? Women should be talking like this, but you don't. I'm talking about the women with platforms. Hell, everyday women should be talking about it, but they don't. They got caught up in this feminist gynocracy. It's some foolishness. They will not. It's almost like black folks who voted for Biden. They won't say anything about it because it make him look like they'll say it'll tell on them. Because it'll point out a flaw in them if they talk about it. So they just rather keep silent and watch the goddamn village continue to burn out of ego, arrogance, and pride. Yeah, humble thyself, goddammit, and correct the children. Correct yourself. We all have to go through correction. But out of arrogance and ego and pride, we won't do it. It doesn't make any sense. What's good, Eric Cromedy? It doesn't make any sense. We need more of us, not just me. We need more of us. Not just a couple of guys on YouTube, but where are the women? See, a lot of stuff can be stopped if the women would speak up. Average women, women who have huge platforms, women with Nicki Minaj's following, 20 million folks following, that's the stuff. That's what teaching and learning comes in. Those of us who have the ability to do it, we need to do it. In the classrooms, need to tell them, young lady, don't you want to go to the prom without a belly? Don't you want to start college? And let me tell y'all something. Oh my God, something just triggered me. These colleges, not the white ones, the black ones. I think at Grambling State University they had a daycare center there. And I'm assuming it was for the employees there, the professors and stuff who worked. But you know, I learned that the students were allowed to take advantage of that. You know, little freshmen or sophomore girls, junior chicks get pregnant on campus. He probably left school, or they just stopped talking to each other on their campus. She had the baby, went home and came back and had the baby. Brought her baby back to school with her. See, all that kind of bullshit. My mom told me, let me go back real quick. You know, that's what that does is encourage more of the behavior. They don't need, but at these whites, I don't think they have daycare centers at these PWIs. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody let me know what white school has a daycare center for students. If she gets pregnant, they get to bring their baby there while they go to class. The purpose of going to college is to go to class, not just to give up ass, in which those of us who are male students, we really appreciate it. But it's 2021. Hell, even in the 2000s, 90s, late 90s, 2000s, why are people still getting pregnant? We got 30 forms of birth control, ladies. About 30 forms. I'll name a few. Foams, gels. You got the female condom, IUD, diaphragm, morning after pill, birth control pill, you got the thing, the North plant. You got all kinds of shit that lasts 3 and 4 years. You got all of that. Anal, oral. That's just to name a few. You got, and oh yeah, abortion. You got plenty of birth control. But thing is, you know, you go and ask, look around, every other black child that's born out of wedlock, I guarantee his dad is not even a high school principal. His dad is some street hooligan. He's not an astronaut. He's not a professor. He's not a top researcher. He's not a published, successful author. He's none of that stuff. It's the dredge of society that these women open up their legs and give the greatest gift that God gives to a human woman. That is the ability to give a man a baby. And they're not choosing godly men to give a baby to. They're giving it all to Satan's soldiers. Come on, somebody. And they want to have the nerve to talk crap about these men ain't, no, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Y'all need to tell them. Get in these 9th grade, these 8th grade class and tell these little girls. Little mama, get it together. Where your parents at? Or your parent. Need to tell them. We need to tell them. You people with all this ability. You know, it's very interesting. These two groups of people are always funny. You can reach 10,000 people when you want to let them know that you got a party going on that weekend. Or you reach 50,000 people or more when you let them know, I'm running for city council, I'm running for school board, I'm running for mayor. You have plenty of money and resources to get the word out for that, but somehow we can't get the word out to young black girls. Close your legs, baby, till you get a husband. Or let me take you to Planned Parenthood or a health department or the health loop in Memphis. You can get you one of these forms of birth control, and you better take them, heifer. But when she's a teenager, you just got to go and get her the North plant and the shots. And please don't tell me, well, yeah, you understand the chemical effects that it has on a woman's body. How about the psychological trauma and effects on a child that's born without a father to an unprepared mother, teenager, or young woman born in a ghetto or in violence and trauma every day? Again, you worried about your damn self. Now, you talking about those few chemicals that go in your body, but you still won't let go of raw penis. Oh, man, this shit is too easy. What about the men? The men can't get no punani without your permission. So stop asking me that dumbass question. You make the choice. And I would say to guys, when you date, should you do the dumbest thing and date a female with kids? You know, I ain't saying not to knock them down, but make sure you wear a condom. Because if she had one by them, she'll have one by you. So be careful. And you'll be the one who on the hook for all the damn child support, because the little thugs and the rest of them, they don't holler, they let them out kind of like off the hook. It's when you give a damn when they be all in your face. This your child. But the little street dudes don't be giving the shit, and guess what? They move on. Don't even bother them that much. And so you got dudes that got 4 baby mamas that ain't on child support for none of them. Not that I think that's cool. I'm just saying. They pick and choose. They want to harass with child support too. Y'all keep that in mind. Thank you, Marquette, Kathy. You know, they pick and choose. And the reason I sound the way I sound, Miss Marquette, Kathy, is because I don't think women are stupid. I don't think they're lower beings than us. I think they're just as intelligent and all. That's why I hold them accountable for being intelligent and most educated. I talk to them like the most intelligent and educated women that they say they are every day in social media and on TV, and they have forums and black women are empowered. Well, get your reproductive behavior together then. You know, I'm not saying not give away no coochie, but that'll cut me out. What I'm saying is, you know, if you're having sex with me, I'm not trying to be your husband, helper. So get on something. Get on something. I may put on the condom, I may not. It don't mean you're supposed to have a baby by me, because you don't know how I might treat you. Especially if it's a baby I don't want. And that's another thing. Y'all have babies by dudes y'all know don't want you. You know don't want you. So don't, if I mess around, let's say if I did go up in you raw, and I even let it all loose, it don't mean you're supposed to have the baby by me. You don't know if I like you like that. Especially if I met you, if we met on a Friday night after 10 p.m. and Apple Crown and Peach Crown has been flowing, followed by a Coors Light chaser. Little mama, it ain't about you like that. A lot of the ladies y'all don't understand, you know, guys, just because they have sex with you don't mean they want that kind of commitment to you. Well, wear a condom. I ain't got to. You just don't get pregnant. Because it's your body, remember? It's your body. My body, my choice. So it lets me know all these nothing-ass dudes that you want to cry about, you chose them. You chose to give him your body. You chose to have a whole body by him. So cut the bullshit. And there's an exception to everything that's ever been said. But we're going to have to clamp down on this. We can't expect the government to do it because the government is the ones perpetuating the bullshit. You know, it seems like the men who want the babies, who want to be there, they're the ones that chicks get the abortions for. That's the weirdest shit. Instead of saying, hey, I know you want this baby. I know we got pregnant. We probably didn't mean to, but I'm going to have it, but I'm going to give it to you. If she can't make no money off of it, she'd rather abort it. If she's not in the mood to capitalize off of it, she'd rather abort it. That's right. I said it. The guys who really want it, and the guys who really be in tears when they find out that the little baby, the little girl he was messing with, the woman he was fooling with, decided to secretly have an abortion. He found out about it. It hurts his heart. Man, baby, that's the one you should have had the baby by. But y'all want to have them by I'll say the futures of the world. Those kind of dudes. I tell you, it's the weirdest thing. That's what I'm saying. If the state and federal government would stop funding single motherhood, birth control pills, and ladies will have condoms, and all of the forms of birth control pills will be clean in the shelves, will be off the shelves. Because there ain't no money to be made, so they won't get pregnant. You know, because I say it all the time, young lady, unless he says, I do, you don't. That's how it works. But they have something against that. And a lot of young women today, thanks to feminism, and they listen to the bullshit, watching these Megan Thee Stallions and these Cardi B's and Saweetie and Mulatto and City Girls and all these Doja Cat and all these little, and now you got that little thick jiggly booty, I ain't gonna do her like that. Chloe Bailey. All of them shaking their twats and shaking their booty, and I ain't knocking it, but don't expect me to look at you as a human being. You're just a piece of ass. When that's all you show me. Come on, somebody. I've seen your front and your back, so I don't give a damn what's going on with you up here. especially on Friday and Saturday night after 9 p.m. and the crown apple is flowing, the peach crown is flowing, followed by a Bud Light or Coors Light chaser. We already know what time it is. I hope you do. It's just the weirdest thing. So this was all initiated. Today's top conversation was initiated by reality star Omara La Negra, the little dark-skinned, cute-out Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, wherever she's from, choosing to become a single mother. Then had the audacity to say, well, I hope God sends me a man who can accept me and my kid. Guys, don't do that. Just do it for what it is. Guys, you see she ain't got good sense, but she's a sweet little piece of ass, so go ahead and take care of your business. But do not leave anything behind. Don't leave no semen or the condom that the semen was dropped in behind. Put all that shit in your pocket and leave. Got it? And again, ladies, y'all the ones who can stop this stuff, but it continues because you won't speak out against it. We need equal rights for pay for women. We need equal rights for women, but you don't talk about stuff that's really impacted you and making you look bad. You don't talk about the thought shit. You don't talk about teenage pregnancy, young girls, and these women, Instagram thoughts and ghetto gaggers. Y'all don't talk about none of that, but you want to talk about getting the money. Yeah, you get the money, so what? You ain't gonna have no man. Nobody wants your little bossy, big forehead, broad shoulders ass, no way. But that's what it's about. It's a natural order thing. A man's supposed to be with a woman. Woman's supposed to be with a man. But since we don't want to follow the natural order thing, so we start getting into the homosexuality part of it. Well, I go get me a woman then, these dudes. And see, you're out of order. And the church ain't going to teach you that because they don't want to lose you as a customer. But I digress. Y'all be cool. Let's end child support. Let's end single motherhood. Let's at least start mentioning it and talking about it, all right? I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all enjoy the rest of your lunch. I'm going to go and try to grab me a piece of fruit or something. Nice turkey breast sandwich or something like that with a few Lay's potato chips. Talk to y'all later. Get with me on the book. Hit me on the Cash App or the PayPal. Join my YouTube channel. Subscribe at your own risk. My book is entitled Rico, The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with an absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's only $10. You can get it here on this Facebook page, on YouTube channel. Check out the description box. Y'all be cool. Talk to you later. Peace.